Imagine a forest where food appears instantly. Any flavor you want, any cravings you'd like. You don't have to hunt for it. You don't have to wait for it. Just bite and bliss. Now imagine that you're starving, but every bite you take only makes you more hungrier. That was exactly the trap the tortoise fell into. A trap that looked like pleasure, but was actually a poison. And most of us still live in that same kind of trap today. Tortoise's own was made of fruit, but ours might be made of screens. The tortoise had heard whispers of it. A sacred grove on the far edge of the forest, hidden behind a curtain of vines, guarded by myths and muffled giggles. It was said that the trees there bore pleasure fruits, juicy berries that changed flavor with every bite. Mango, cinnamon, caramel, chocolate thunder, even dragon fruit dipped in honey. One fruit could taste like 10, and 10 could feel like heaven. No one knew who planted the grove. No one questioned why it grew so fast or why the trees shimmered in moonlight. But every creature who returned from it spoke with glassy eyes, smiling, rambling, and somehow emptier. The tortoise had always been different, focused and grounded, the kind who woke up early to meditate, who kept a leaf journal, who wrote down goals and followed through. While the monkeys scrolled on magic mirrors and the birds chased the next shiny trend, the tortoise moved slowly, but with direction. He believed in discipline, in delayed gratification, in high-performance habits and self-control. But then came the squirrel. The squirrel had never been wise, always jittery, always twitching, but now he glowed with a manic energy. His eyes sparkled like he'd seen the universe inside a peanut. "Try this," he squeaked, holding out a golden berry. "Just one bite. It unlocks your mind, makes you think clearer, faster, like a genius on a rocket." "I don't need shortcuts," the tortoise replied. "Focus comes from effort." But the squirrel leaned in. "It resets your dopamine. You'll finally feel motivated, productive, inspired." The tortoise hesitated. He had been feeling tired lately, stuck in routine, burnt out from his endless to-do list. He'd been reading books on how to beat procrastination and listening to talks on dopamine detox and focus optimization. Maybe just one bite wouldn't hurt. Then he took a bite, and everything changed. Colors brightened. His brain lit up. Ideas surged like waterfalls. He raced back to his goals, rewriting them with renewed passion. He meditated, but now it felt divine. He journaled, and every word sounded like poetry. He returned the next day, and the next. But the truth is, it wasn't fuel. It was fire. By day 3, his routines unraveled. His morning stillness replaced with craving. His focus fractured. His clarity fogged. He thought he was improving, but he was only consuming. Each bite made him feel like he was working smarter, but he was doing less. He made elaborate plans but never followed through. He talked about his future but never moved toward it. He stayed in the grove, nibbling, scrolling, and chasing. The grove had more than enough fruits. There were mirrors that showed dream versions of yourself. Scrolls that updated endlessly with affirmations and advice. Each one a hit of pleasure, a fake win. He met the fox who said he was launching 4 businesses. The parrot who repeated inspirational quotes all day. The deer who kept journaling goals she never touched. They all felt productive, but none of them were for real. But then came the fruit of forgetting. It grew on a crooked tree with thorns. Its color is a deep, pulsing black. A strange fruit, forbidden. A bark carving red. The final bite. One taste and you'll never crave again. The tortoise hesitated. What did that mean? No more cravings? No more addiction? He reached out. A claw snapped at him from the shadows. A figure emerged, shell cracked, eyes hollow, mouth twitching. It was another tortoise, but broken. The creature hissed. "You think you're the first? We all came here for clarity, for energy, for peak performance. But the grove doesn't give. It takes." "Who are you?" the tortoise whispered. "I was you," it said. "Before I fed on fake pleasure for too long. Before I lost my edge." The tortoise stepped back. His heartbeat thudded. Was he becoming like this creature? Was he already halfway there? It was at this moment that he saw the grove for what it truly was. Not a paradise but a trap. Not a resource but a weapon. And then he ran. He ran through the fog of the grove, past the trees that begged for him to stay, past the animals still entranced, past the mirror that said he looked better this way. And he didn't stop. Not until the grove vanished behind vines again. He collapsed beneath a cedar tree, gasping. For the first time in days, he felt the air in his lungs, felt his heartbeat slow, felt himself. But he also felt the cravings, the need to go back, to taste one more fruit, to feel that high again. That was when he knew escaping the grove wasn't enough. He had to reset his brain, to detox, to rebuild the fire inside without depending on the flames outside. He needed something more powerful than pleasure. He needed purpose. But what if the real enemy isn't distraction, but addiction to micropleasure? What if your productivity has been hijacked by invisible habits that look harmless? Just like notifications, endless tabs, background noise, but are actually dopamine traps draining your mental energy and shortening your attention span. That's what the tortoise had to face. Escaping the grove wasn't enough. He had to reprogram his brain or lose himself forever. The tortoise didn't sleep that night. He sat beneath the cedar tree, shivering as the craving echoed through his mind like a drumbeat. Every second without the grove felt like silence, like boredom, like withdrawal. His mind screamed for fruit. His paws trembled. But then he remembered the broken tortoise, the one who'd stayed too long, the one who chased pleasure until it erased his purpose. "This isn't hunger," he whispered. "It's dependency." And so he decided. Day 1, the fast he vowed to go cold shell. No grove, no berries, no mirrors, no scrolls, just silence, just the real world. Boring, ordinary. Still, he journaled the cravings, drew them like monsters, named them urgency, FOMO, escape. Each hour felt like a mountain, but every time he resisted, he regained a piece of his mind. Day 3, the resistance. The cravings returned with new tricks. His thoughts lied. Just one berry. You've earned it. You're stronger now. But he recognized the trap. He replaced it with movement, walking slow laps around the forest, breathing and listening to the wind. Day 5. The rewiring. He rewrote his morning routine. Wake, breathe, move, journal. No distractions, no shortcuts, just stillness and direction. He practiced dopamine fasting, removing all instant gratifications. No noise, no fake validation, only real growth. And slowly, the fog lifted. By day 7, something clicked. The cravings shrank. His focus returned. The pleasure of presence. The taste of a real berry, the texture of bark, the silence of sunrise, began to feel enough. But here is the truth: the detox didn't erase the desire. It taught him to master it. He didn't need the grove anymore. He had himself. But just when peace returned, a whisper came through the trees. A new grove had bloomed, and this one promised purpose. If this story resonates with you, kindly hit the subscribe or the follow button for more fables that blend ancient wisdom with modern struggles. Leave a comment below. What fruit are you trying to escape? And what grove are you ready to leave behind? Don't forget to like this video, share it, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next story. Thanks for watching.